தேவி நீயே துணை தேவி நீயே துணை அம்பதேவி நீயே துணை அம்பதேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி अम्बा चित्तौ कवर भुवन सुंदरी अम्बा चित्तौ कवर भुवन सुंदरी अम्बा चित्तौ कवर भुवन सुंदरी अम्बा देवी नीये तुणै मधुरै वाळ मीनलोचनी मलयध्वज माधव में मलयध्वज माधव में कंचन मालै पुदल्वी महारानी 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 अलै मगळ कलै मगळ अलै मगळ कलै मगळ पणिगीर्वाणी 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 अमुदनय इनिय मुत्तमिழ் வளர்த்த அமுதனய இனிய முத்தமிழ் வளர்த்த தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே மீனலோச்சனி தேவி 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 நீயே துணை தேவி நீயே துணை அம்பதேவி நீயே துணை அம்பதேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி अंब चित्तौ कवर भुवन सुंदरी अंब चित्तौ कवर भुवन सुंदरी अंब चित्तौ कवर भुवन सुंदरी अंब देवी नीये तुणै मधुरै वाळ मीनलोचनी मलयध्वज माधव में मलयध्वज माधव में कंचन मालै पुदल्वी महाराज्ञी 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 அலைமகள் கலைமகள் அலைமகள் கலைமகள் பணிகே அமுதனைய இனிய முத்தமிழ் வளர்த்த தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் நீரலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் நீரலோச்சனி தேவி 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 நீயே துணை தேவி நீயே துணை அம்பதேவி நீயே துணை அம்பதேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோச்சனி தேவி நீயே துணை மதுரை வாழ் மீனலோ.
Vanakkam, welcome. Takes great pleasure in welcoming you all for this much awaited. We've gone through this process for several years, and on behalf of our family, my parents, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-laws, my sister-in-laws, everyone who's here who have been supporting us through this journey. And I look around this auditorium, most of you have done this journey from the dance school, and ever since their birth, you have seen them, you've been with them. So I welcome you all for this occasion, and it takes great pleasure in welcoming you all. I'm going to invite Veda to give the house rules first, and then we'll start with the program.
Hello everyone, my name is Veda and I am Samyukta Nandita'S cousin. Growing up with Samu and Nandu, over the years I've seen all the time and dedication that they have put into Bharatanatyam. I'm so excited for my little sisters to be able to show everything that they have learned and all their talent today. To follow my uncle and aunt's introduction to the event, I would like to go over some quick housekeeping rules. First of all, welcome everyone to the Theater of the Performing Arts at the Learning Corridor campus. Out of consideration for everyone, we ask that you silence all communication devices. Please refrain from using any electronic devices besides for the purpose of the program. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please take note of the exits to the left and right of the stage, at either side of the auditorium, in the center of the house, and at the rear of the theater. If you need to leave the theater at any time during the performance, please use the exits at the rear of the auditorium. The event will now begin with a Ganesh Shloka rendition performed by the orchestra. Following this, I would like to pass the stage to Dr. Indu Purnima, who will be the master of ceremony for this Arangetram. Please give the orchestra, as well as our MC, Dr. Indu Purnima, a warm welcome.
गजवदना करुणा सदना गजवदना करुणा सदना श्री गजवदना करुणा सदना शंकर बाला लंबोदर सुंदर गजवदना करुणा सदना शंकर बाला लंबोदर सुंदर गजवदना करुणा शंकर बाला लंबोदर सुंदर गजवदना करुणा सदना अजनमरेन्द्रनुम मुनिवरुम पणियु अजनमरेन्द्रनुम मुनिवरुम पणियु अजनमरेन्द्रनुम मुनिवरुम पणियुम पंकज चरण शरणं चरणं पंकज चरण चरणं शरणो श्री गजवदना करुणा सदना शंकर बाला लंबोदर सुंदर गजवदना करुणा सदना कादारं नीये शिवगम मंत्रसारं नीये मूलगीर कादारं नीये शिवगम मंत्रसारं नीये वाळ्विन जीवाधारं नीये वाळ्विन जीवाधारं Karuna Sadana Shankara Bala Lambodara Sundara Jayavadana Karuna Sadana Gajavadana.
Namaskaram. Good afternoon. You know you're in for a treat today, listening to this live orchestra today. So welcome to Samyukta Nandita'S Arangetram. This is a momentous occasion for the two girls and for any Bharatanatyam dancer because it celebrates the culmination of several years of hard dedication and training to this art form. And it signifies that the dancer can finally perform all by themselves, a solo concert, and in this case, both of them together. And they are eligible, as per the Guru, to do the Arangam, which is the stage, Atram, which is the ascent to the stage. An equivalent of an Arangetram would be a graduation ceremony, which signifies the attainment of a particular skill set. So the art form that they are going to perform is Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam is an ancient classical dance form that originates from the state of Tamil Nadu in India, and it has been present for the last 2,000 years. The word can be broken down into bhavam, which means expression, ragam, which means music, talam, which means rhythm, and natyam, which means dance. In the 20th century, Dr. Rukmani Arundale, who many of you may be familiar with, the founder of Kalakshetra, was instrumental in propagating the current form of Bharatanatyam, and several of her Sishyas have established Gurukulas or classes around the country and also in the world. Bharata Kalanjali, founded by the Dhananjayans, is one of these schools, and Srimati Jayanti Seshan, Samyukta Nandita'S Guru, was trained in this prestigious institution. As a past student of this school, it is truly a privilege and joy for me to be part of this performance and celebration, an event that continues the tradition and legacy of this Gurukulam. Today, Samyukta and Nandita will be presenting a classical margam. Margam means a path or a direction or a course that's followed. It is the traditional Bharatanatyam repertoire set to Carnatic music, following a progression of complexity in music, rhythm, and expression. It begins with the dancer bowing before the god, offering their prayers and flowers, and to seek the blessings called Pushpanjali, which is followed by the Alaripu, which is a purely rhythmic piece demonstrating footwork and what is called as Nritta. The dancer gradually introduces Abhinaya, or expression, or Bhavam, and finally goes on to the Kirtanam, which includes both Bhava or Abhinaya as well as Nritta or footwork. The first half of the Arangetram actually concludes with the longest and the most challenging piece, which is the Varnam, which incorporates both Nritta and Abhinaya and actually tells a story. The second half of the Margam begins with the Padams and Kritis, which are mainly focused on Abhinaya and are more of a dedication to several of the Hindu gods, and finally culminate in the Tillana, which includes fast-paced Rita and combinations of adavus or steps. So the legendary T.S. Balasaraswati had compared this Margam style of Bharatanatyam recital to a Gopuram or a temple, a Tamil Nadu temple, where the Gopuram is the Alaripu, the Ardra Mandapam is the Jatiswaram or the steps, and then you finally enter the Mandapam of the Shabdam, and the holy precinct of the deity is the Varnam, which is where you pray and seek the blessings of the Lord. And finally, the Tillana breaks into movement, which is like the Arati, where you burn the camphor and ring the bells. So this tells you that the whole aspect of a Bharatanatyam recital, especially in the Margam form, is a dedication to the Lord to seek their blessings. So now, without further ado, with the blessings of our gurus and or all the elders present here and others, please join me in welcoming Samyukta and Nandita as they take the stage to perform the first piece of this recital, which is the Pushpanjali, in Ragam Kamala Manohari Talamadi. This will be followed by the Kanta Alaripu. Thank you.
मनसग सर्वदा शरणागतं सकलादि महाजनगण स्वागतं महोन्नत शरणागतं सकलादि महाजनगण आनन्दं परमानन्दं सदानन्दं महतानन्दम् परमानन्दं सदानन्दं महदानन्दम् आनन्दं परमानन्दं सदानन्दं महदानन्दम् आनन्दं परमानन्दं सदानन्दं महदानन्दम् takatakitam tam takatakitam tam tam takatakit gamagasa pamagasa gama panidapa gama pa nizagasa tam kadi tam kadi tam kadi tam kadim swagatam mahonat शरणागतं सकलादि महाजनगण स्वागतं महोन्नत शरणागतं सकलादि महाजनगण स्वागतं महोन्नत शरणागतं सकलादि महाजनगण स्वागतं स्वागतं
கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் தெய் தத்தை தம் தித்தம் தெய் தத்தை தம் தித்தம் தெய் தத்தை தம் தித்தம் தெய் தத்தை தம் தித்தா 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 தெய் தத்தை தம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தா தெய் தத்தை தம் 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 தித்தா தெய் தத்தை கிடத்துக்கு தருகிறோம் கிடத்துக்கு தருகிறோம் தாம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தம் கிட்டத்தக்கதை தத்தை கிட்டத்தக்கதம் தித்தா தெய் தத்தை தம் 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 தித்தா தெய் தத்தை தா ஹத் ஜம் தரி தாவ ஜம் ஹத் ஜத் தரி தெய் கர்தக தரிகிட்டோம் தரிகிட்டோம் கர்தக தரிகிட்டோம் தரிகிட்டோம் தக்க தெக்கு கர்தக தரிகிட்டோம் தாம் drukur taka drukur taka taka 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 dalanku kadutku tarigitom dalanku kadutku tarigitom dalanku kadutku tarigitom ta tei teiyum tat tattam kadutku ta tei teiyum tat tattam kadutku tam
What a treat that was. I think two girls dancing in perfect unison takes a lot of effort and coordination, and as you can see, you will be seeing plenty of this later today. So after the Alaripu, there will be more pieces related to footwork, and the next one is the Kirtanam called Ananda Natamidam Padam. This Tamil Padam describes the joyful dance of Lord Shiva at the Golden Temple of Chidambaram, where he is worshipped in the form of Lord Nataraja. It depicts how the song arising from him gives knowledge to the world and describes to the devotees, from the sages to the musicians, all of whom sing his praise as he blissfully dances, with hands holding the damaru, the snake, the axe, and the moon and the river dance on his matted hair. This item is presented by Samyukta and Nandita in Ragam Kedar Gauli, Talam Adi, composer Papanasham Shivan.
ஆனந்த நடமேடும் பாதன் 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 பொன்னம் பலவானன் சிதம்பரநாதன் ஆனந்த நடமேடும் பாதன் பொன்னம் பலவானன் சிதம்பரநாதன் ஆனந்த நடமேடும் பாதன் கானம் தன்னை தொடர்ந்து ஞானம் தரும் பேரின்ப கானம் தன்னை தொடர்ந்து ஞானம் தரும் பேரின்ப மோனம் தழைக்கும் யோக மார்க்கம் தனிர மருந்து மோனம் தழைக்கும் யோக மார்க்கம் தனிர மருந்து கானம் ஞானம் தரும் பேரின்ப கானம் தனை தொடர்ந்து ஞானம் தரும் பேரின்ப கானம் தனை தொடர்ந்து ஞானம் தரும் பேரின்ப மோனம் தழைக்கும் யோக மார்க்கம் தனிர மருந்து மோனம் தழைக்கும் யோக மார்க்கம் தனிர மருந்து காணம் தனை தொடர்ந்து ஞானம் தரும் பேரின்ப மோனம் தழைக்கும் யோக மார்க்கம் தனிர மருந்து ஆனந்த நடமேடும் பாதன் பொன்னம் பலவானன் சிதம்பரநாதன் ஆனந்த நடமேடும் பாதன் மானுடமருகமும் கைகளிலாட மானும் டமரு கைகளிலாட மாரியும் மரமும் திருமுடியாட மானும் டமருகமும் கைகளிலாட மதியும் அறவும் தவள் திருமுடியாட முடியாட சிந்தாவும் திருவடிகள் சிலம்பசைதாட சடையும் புலியுடையும் கலந்திசையாட மானும் தமருதமும் கைகளில் மதியும் அறவும் அவள் திருமுடியாட பிந்தாவும் திருவடிகள் சிலம்ப செய்தாட சடையும் புலியுடையும் கலந்தி செய்தாட ஆனந்த நடமிடும் பாதன் பொன்னம்பல வானன் சிதம்பரநாதன் ஆனந்த நடமேடும் பாதன் தத்தை மொழி சிவகாமி மணாளன் சத்வகுணன் 14 தத்தை மொழி சிவகாமி மணாளன் சத்வகுணன் 14 தத்வமசி பொருளாயனையாளன் சதா நிஜ அன்பர் வணங்கும் தாளன் தத்வமசி பொருளாயனையாளன் சதா நிஜ அன்பர் வணங்கும் தாளன் தத்தை மொழி சிவகாமி மணாளன் சத்வகுணம் 14 தத்வமசி பொருளாயனையாளன் சதா நிஜ அன்பர் வணங்கும் தாளன் ஆனந்த நடமேடும் பாதன் தத்தரி கிடதிமி ஜோனுத ஜோனுததி தகதரி கிணதோ ஜன ஜன ಜನಯನ ತತ್ತರಿ ಕಿಟ ತಿಮಿ ಜೋಣುತ ಜೋಣುತ ದಿಪ್ತ ಕದರಿ ಕಿಟ ತೋ ಜನ ಜನ ಜನಯನ ತತ್ತರಿ ಕಿಟ ತಿಮಿ ಜೋಣುತ ಜೋಣುತ ದಿಪ್ತ கதறி கிணதோ ஜன ஜன ஜனயன் பக்தர்கள் முனிவர்கள் இமயோகளும் புகழ் பாடவும் புனைச சடை மதியாடவும் பக்தர்கள் முனிவர்கள் இமயோகளும் புகழ் பாடவும் புனைச சடை மதியாடவும் தாம் கக்கிட்ட பாப்ப நிரப மப மகரி குக்கும் தரி தகதி தகதி நிதாம் பாப்ப நிசரி மகன் நிதாம் தப் மாபனி சரி மகரி சரி சனி தப பமகரே ததிகி நகுமானந்த நாடமேடும் பாதன் பொன்னம் பலவானன் சிதம்பரநாதன் ஆனந்த நாடமேடும் பாதன் பலவானன் சிதம்பரநாதன் ஆனந்த நடமேடும் பாதன் அம்பலவான
An amazing performance by Samyukta Nandita. introducing Bhavam, where you saw them depicting the ferocious lion skin that Shiva wears around his waist. So we now move on to the most complicated piece and the longest piece of the performance, called the Varnam. Now, the Varnam that they are going to perform today the song is called Innum En Manam Ariyadavar. The Varnam is the central and elaborate masterpiece in the Margam that demands that the dancer incorporates Nritya as well as Natya. And for the audience to follow along the story, the dancers will come out in a couple minutes and demonstrate some of the early stories that are depicted in this Varnam. But to give you the gist of the story, the song basically describes the yearning of the soul of the Gopika for Lord Krishna. And the dancer asks Lord Krishna, which is depicted with the flute, the dancer asks Lord Krishna, you are involved in so many other instances where you help different kinds of people in different stories, but why don't you listen to my call? And this is what is depicted in the story by going through different instances where Krishna is involved in providing his assistance and being present when he is not present for the Gopika. So I will invite Samyukta and Nandita to the stage to go over some of the mudras and stories that are depicted here. So the song goes as, Innum En Manam Ariyadavar Pola Irindidal Nyayama Yadava Madava. Munam Payindrado in Nadagamellam Manna Kamala Kanna Manivanna. So Krishna is depicted as playing with the Gopikas, and the Gopika asks Krishna, you seem like you have rehearsed this drama before you came to me, O lotus-eyed Lord. While you have been available to show your compassion for your friend Sudama, and many of you may know the story of Sudama, who was a poor friend of Lord Krishna, who showed up in his palace with nothing but a little bag of beaten rice. And when Krishna asked him, what is in your hand, Sudama? Sudama was very embarrassed first to show him the bag of rice in this beautiful palace of Lord Krishna. And Krishna tells him, you're my friend, show me your hand, show me what is in it. And instantaneously, Sudama is given all the prosperities that are available in this world. So while this is the first story that is depicted in this Varnam, the second story is essentially about Krishna fighting the ferocious snake, Kalinga. So Krishna, in order to rescue the villagers, manages to kill the snake, and in order to show his might, actually dances on the head of the snake. So this is what is called Kalinga Mardanam. And finally, in the Mahabharata, the Kauravas and the Pandavas are involved in the major war, but this is initiated because of a game of dice. A game of dice that, unfortunately, the Pandavas are set to lose, as a result of which they, in fact, tell their wife, Draupadi, they use her as a wager. And Duryodhana, as well as the other Kauravas, are actually involved in derobing Draupadi when she calls to help for Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna appears and rescues Draupadi. And this is another piece that is depicted in this Varnam. Of course, ending with the continued question that the Gopika asks. So you are present and available for all these different stories and people in the world. Why are you not there for me? So please enjoy Innum En Manam Ariyadavar, composed by the Sri late Lalgudi Jayaraman in Charukesi, Talam Adi.
nam nam, ta ta, ti ti, tom tom, nam nam, tat dit tom nam, tang tati kita tom tang dit, tang tati kita tom tang tati kita tom tang tat dit, tang tati kita tom tang tati kita tom tang tati kita tom. Ta 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 ti 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 tom 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 nam 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 ta 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 ti 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 tom 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 nam nam ta ta ti ti tom tom nam nam tang kadaduk tarikir tom tang dit tang kadaduk tarikir tom tang kadaduk tarikir tom tang tat dit tang kadaduk tarikir tom tang kadaduk tarikir tom tang kadaduk tarikir tom
என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மாதவ 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 இன்னம் என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மாதவ இன்னம் என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மாதவ இன்னம் என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மாதவ இன்னம் என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மாதவ மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இன்னம் என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மனம் அறியாதவர் போல மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா 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 யாதவ மாதவ என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மாதவ என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா
கிட்ட தக்க ஜம் தரி கிட்ட தக்க தா கிட்ட தக்க த ஜம் தரி கிட்ட ஜம் தரி கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரி கிட்ட தக்க தா கிட்ட தக்க ஜம் தரி கிட்ட தக்க தா கிட்ட தக்க த ஜம் தரி கிட்ட ஜம் தரி கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரி கிட்ட தக்க தா தரி கிட்ட த ஜம் தரி கிட்ட தரி தண்ண ஜொன்னு திமி தக்கு தரி கிட்ட தக்க தா தரி கிட்ட த ஜம் தரி கிட்ட தரி தண்ண ஜொன்னு திமி தக்கு தரி கிட்ட தக்க தரி தா தண்ண தா ஜன்னு தா திம்மி தா தரி தா தன தா ஜன்னு தா திம்மி தா தரி தா தன தா ஜன்னு தா திம்மி தா தரி தா தன தா ஜன்னு தா திம்மி தா தரி த தன த ஜொன்னு த திமி த தரி த தன த ஜொன்னு த திமி த தரி தன ஜொன்னு திமி கிடத்துக்கு தரி கிடத்தோம் தாங்கே தா கிடத்துக்கு தரி கிடத்தோம் தா கிடத்துக்கு தரி கிடத்தோம் தாங்கே தா டி கிடத்துக்கு தரி கிடத்தோம் தா டி கிடத்துக்கு தரி கிடத்தோம் தா டி கிடத்துக்கு தரி கிடத்தோம்
அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மாதவ முன்னம் பயின்றதோர் இந்நாடகமெல்லாம் மன்னா காமல கண்ண மணிவன் முன்னம் பயின்றதோர் இந்நாடகமெல்லாம் முன்னம் பயின்றதோர் இந்நாடகமெல்லாம் மன்னா காமல பெண்ணமணி வண்ண முன்னம் பயின்றதோர் இந்நாடகம் நாடகம் மன்னா மன்னா
தத்தின் தக்க தக்க தத்தின் தக்க தத்தின் தக்க தள்ளங் குத்தக்க தத்தின் என்ன தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தா தா தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தா தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா கே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா கே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகிட தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தும்தா தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தும்தா தத்தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தக்க தரிகே ரக்கிட்ட தக்க தத்தரிகித்தா தக்க தரிகித்தா தக்க தக்கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும் தக்க தக்கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும் தக்க தக்கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும் தத்தரிகித்தா தக்க தரிகித்தா தக்க தத்தித்தா கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும் தக்க தித்தா கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும் தக்க தித்தா கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும் தத்தரிகித்தா தக்க தரிகித்தா தக்க தத்தித்தா கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும் தக்க தத்தித்தா கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும் தக்க தத்தித்தா கடதுக்கு தரிகிடும்
இன்னம் பயின்றதோ இந்நாட்டமெல்லாம் மன்னா காவல கொள்ள மடி வண்ணமூலம் மன்னா காவல கொள்ள மணி வண்ண பதனித பமத பமகரி கமப மனிதனி பதம பகமரி கம மனிதனி பதம பகமரி கம பதனித பமத பமகரி கம மனிதனி பதம பகமரி கம பதனி சரி சரி கமரி கச விசதனி பதம பகமரி இன்னம் என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் பரிவிலாத நெஞ்சம் தந்ததார் பகலிரவெல்லாம் நினைந்தொருகியும் பலவிதம் தனிலே நினையழைத்து மனம் சலித்தேன் ஒரு துணையிலே பரிவிலாத நெஞ்சம் தந்ததார் பகலிரவெல்லாம் நினைந்தொருகியும் பலவிதம் தனிலே நினையழைத்து மனம் சலித்தேன் ஒரு துணையிலே இன்னும் என் மனம் அறியாதவர் என் மனம் அறியாதவர் போல இருந்திடல் நியாயமா யாதவ மாதவா குழலோதும் அழக கண்
தித்தஜம் தித்தஜம் தஜம் தக்கும் தரிக்கிட்ட தஜம் தரிக்கிட்ட தஜம் கிட்ட தஜம் தஜம் ஜம் தத்தித்தஜம் தித்தஜம் தஜம் தக்கும் தரிக்கிட்ட தகஜம் தளம் குதக்கு திகுதக்கு ததிகின தொம் தத் தித்தஜம் தித்தஜம் தஜம் தக்கும் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் கிட்ட தஜம் தஜம் ஜம் தி தஜம் தி தஜம் தஜம் தக்கும் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் கிட்ட தஜம் தஜம் ஜம் தித் தஜம் தித் தஜம் தக்கும் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் கிட்ட தஜம் தஜம் ஜம் தத்தித்தஜம் தித்தஜம் தஜம் தக்கும் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் கிட்ட தஜம் தஜம் ஜம் தத்தித்தஜம் தித்தஜம் தஜம் தக்கும் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் கிட்ட தஜம் தஜம் ஜம் தத்தித்தஜம் தித்தஜம் தஜம் தக்கும் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் தரி கிட்ட தஜம் கிட்ட தஜம் தஜம் ஜம் தத்தித்தஜம் 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 கிட்ட ஜம் கிட்ட ஜம் கிட்ட ஜம் தஜம் 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 ஜம் 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 தக்கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் ஜம் 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 தக்கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் தக்கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் தக்கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் ஜம் 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 தத்திக்கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் தத்திக்கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் தத்திக்கிடத்துக்கு தகிடுதோம் ஜம் ஜம் ஜம்
குழலோதும் அழக கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ 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 குழலோதும் குழலோதும் அழக குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழக கண்ணா 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 மாபத மாபத மாரி கசரி குழலோதும் அழக கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழக கண்ணா உள்ளும் அழகா கண்ண குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ண குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா மாதவ மகரிகம விபதம பகம விகம நிதபம ீக சரிகம கம சனி தபம பரிசனி தபம பதனி சரிகம கனி சனி தப குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா வெண்ணையுண்ணும் வாய ஒளியும் மாய கள்வனும் நீய கண்ணிய நேய கதி நிகர் தூய உன்மனம் காய அன்பெல்லாம் பொய்யாக முருகவி குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ வெண்ணையுண்ணும் வாய ஒளியும் மாய கள்வனும் நீய கண்ணிய நேய கதி நிகர் தூய உன்மனம் காய அன்பெல்லாம் பொய்யாக முருகவி குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா பதனி பதம் பதம் அபகமணி ரபமரி கமரி கசரி கசரி தனி சரி கபமணி ரப சனி தரி ஜனி தரி தனி சகரி பதனி ரிச கம பனி தரி குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா பதனி பத பத மப கமணி தபம் கமரி கசரி கசரி தனி சரி கபமணி தப சனி தரி ஜனி கரி தனி சகரி பதனி ரிச கம பனி தரி குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா முழுமதியை கண்ட கடலலை போலவும் குளிர்மழையில் நனையும் இளம்பயிர் போலும் எனது உயிரும் உடலும் உளம் நெகிழ நீ வந்து மனமும் வந்து கரம் தந்து என் குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா முழுமதியை கண்ட கடலலை போலவும் குளிர்மழையில் நனையும் இளம்பயிர் போலும் எனது உயிரும் உடலும் உளம் நெகிழ நீ வந்து மனமுவது கரம் தந்து என் குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா சாம பதனி சரி தப மக சரிகம பதனி சரி காரி சாம பதனி சரி தப மக சரிகம பதனி சரி காரி சரி நிரி சனி தனி ச தசனி தபதனி மணி தபம பகம பதனி ni sa da sa ni da pa da ni ma ni da pa ma pa ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga ni sa ri da ni sa ma pa da ni sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga ma ga ni sa da ma ga ni sa da ri ma ga sa ga ni re sa da sa ni pa ni da குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா காணும் பொருளெல்லாம் உனையன்றி வேறேதும் காணேன் எங்கும் மலர் விழிகளோடு குழல் அசையும் முகமயில் இரகணியும் மன மோகன அருகிலே வருகவே தருணமே கருணை புரியவே அன்புருவே ஆருயிரவா ஆழவா அகில மகிழ பவழ இதழ் பொழியும் குழலோதும் அழகா கண்ணா காணும் பொருளெல்லாம் உனையன்று வேறேதும் காணேன் எங்கோ மலர் விழிகளோடு குழல் அசையும் முகமயில் இரகணியும் மன மோகனம் அருகிலே வருகவே தருணமே கருணை புரியவே அன்புருவே ஆருயிரவா ஆழவா அகில மகிழ பவழ இதழ் பொழியும் குழலோது அழகா கண்ணா குறை தீராயோ 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 குழலோது அழகா கண்ணா மணிவண்ணா கண்ணா
What an awesome performance that was. Truly a testament to their dedication to this art and also their endurance. And at this moment, I'll also like to acknowledge musicians here who rendered a soulful rendition of this Charukesi Varnam. So a big round of applause to our... So after this long Varnam, Samyukta and Nandita need a little break, and so do all of you. So please enjoy about 20 minutes of refreshments and a little break, but please be back on time to restart the performance. Thank you. Please be seated. We will start the second half of the program with Shiva Panchakshara Stotram and Nandi Chol. In this piece, Nandi, the bull, which is Lord Shiva's Vahana, plays the mridangam and welcomes Lord Shiva. So you will hear a lot of the mridangam in this dance piece. The dance is preceded and followed by the Panchakshara Stotram in Sanskrit literature, which is poetry written in praise of God, and it's called a stotra. The Panchakshara literally means 5 letters in Sanskrit and refers to the 5 holy letters of Na, Ma, Shi, Vaya. According to Hindu traditions, the human body is considered to be made up of 5 elements, and these holy letters represent these elements. Na is the earth element, Ma is the water factor or the Jal Tattva, Si is the Agni Tattva or the fire element, Vayu, air factor, is the Va, and finally Ya energizes Akshay Tattva or the sky element. Please join me in welcoming the dancers performing Shiva Panchakshara Stotram and Nandi Chol in Yaman Kalyani and Shiva Ranjani, Talam, Kandachapu. And the composer is Adi Shankaracharya.
बोधाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय मंदाकिनी सलिल चंदन चर्चिताय नंदीश्वर प्रमदनाद महेश्वराय मंदाकिनी सलिल चंदन चर्चिताय नंदीश्वर प्रमद नाथ महेश्वराय मंदार पुष्प बहु पुष्प सुपूजिताय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय मंदार पुष्प बहु पुष्प सुपूजिताय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय शिवाय गौरी वदनाब्ज बृन्द सूर्याय दक्षध्वरनाशकाय शिवाय गौरी वदनाब्ज बृन्द सूर्याय दक्षध्वरनाशकाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषध्वजाय तस्मै शिखाराय नमः शिवाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषध्वजाय तस्मै शिखाराय नमः शिवाय 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 तस्मै शिखाराय नमः शिवाय
त दि त नम नम तुम दि तम ग दि त नम नम तुम दि तम ग नम तुम दि तम ग नम तुम दि तम ग त धिम गे न तुम त धिम गे न तुम त धिम गे न तुम त geda ding ginna tum ta dim ginna tum ta dim ginna tum ta di ta nam nam tum di tong ge di ta nam nam tum di tong ge da nam nam tum di tong ge nam tum di tong ge da ding ginna tum ta ding ginna tum ta ding ginna tum ta ga di ta nam nam tum di tong ge di ta nam nam tum di tong ge da nam nam tum di tong ge nam tum di tong ge da ding ginna tum ta dim ginna tum ta ta ding ginna tum ta ga di ta nam nam tum di tong ge di ta nam nam tum di tong ge nam tum di tong ge nam tum di tong ge da ding ginna tum ta ding ginna tum ta ding ginna tum ta di ta nam nam tum di tong ge di ta nam nam tum di tong ge da nam nam tum di tong ge nam tum di tong ge da ding ginna tum ta ding ginna tum ta ding ginna tum ta di ta nam nam tum di tong ge di ta nam nam tum di tong ge da nam nam tum di tong ge nam tum di tong ge da ding ginna tum ta ding ginna tum ta ding ginna tum nam di ta ti kit tum ta nam di ta ti kit tum ta ta nam di ta ti kit tum tong ge tong ta kit thi ta kit tum ta kit nam ta kit di kit tum kit nam kit ta di kit ta kit tong nam di ta ti kit tum ta nam di ta ti kit tum ta ta nam di ta ti kit tum tong ge tong ta kit din ta kit tum ta kit nam ta kit ta kit ta di kit tum kit ta nam kit ta di kit ta kit nam nam ta kit kukun ta ri kit ta ta ti tum nam nam ta ri ta kit tum ta ta nam ta kit kukun ta ri kit ta 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 ti ti tum tum nam 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 ta ri ta kit tum nam nam ta kit kukun ta ri kit ta tong ta ta nam ta kit kukun ta ri kit ta dei nam nam ta kit kukun ta ri kit ta ta nam ta kit kukun ta kit ta tong nam di ta ti kit tum nam di ta ti kit tum nam di ta ti kit tum tong kit ta ka ta ri kit tum kit ta ka ta ri kit tum kit ta ka ta ri kit tum nam di ta ti kit tum nam di ta ti kit tum nam nam di ta ti kit tum tong tak kit ta ka ta ri kit tum tak kit ta ka ta ri kit tum tak kit ta ka ta ri kit tum nam di ta ti kit tum nam nam di ta ti kit tum nam nam di ta ti kit tum tong tak dik kit ta ka ta ri kit tum tak dik kit ta ka ta ri kit tum tak dik kit ta ka ta ri kit tum tak kit ta ka ta ri kit tum tak kit ta ka ta ri kit tum tak kit ta ka ta ri kit tum kit ta ka ta ri kit tum kit ta ka ta ri kit tum kit ta ka ta ri kit tum
चन्द्रार्कवैश्वानरलोचनाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय चन्द्रार्कवैश्वानरलोचनाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय यक्षस्वरूपाय जटाधराय तेन पिनाकहस्ताय सनातनाय यक्षस्वरूपाय जटाधराय पिनाकहस्ताय सनातनाय दिव्याय देवाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय दिव्याय देवाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय पञ्चाक्षरम् इदं पुण्यं यः पठे शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते शिवेन सह मोदते शिवेन सह मोदते
What beautiful coordination between the girls on this beautiful piece. And I was told that this piece, the dance itself, was choreographed by Sujit Krishnan? Srijit Krishnan. From Kalakshetra. So an amazing piece, I have to say. So we will move on to some individual pieces. And the next piece is a kriti that is going to be performed by Nandita. It is the song Rangapura Vihara, which is quite famous and made popular by Sri late M.S. Subbulakshmi, who sang it at the United Nations in the 1960s, and she has immortalized the song. So this is a song composed by Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar and is sung in praise of Lord Ranganatha. This is the Lord of the beautiful temple of Sri Rangam in Tamil Nadu. The dancer narrates the stories about Lord Ranganatha and also describes his beauty from head to toe as he lies on the serpent god Adisesha. As I said, this song has been made quite popular by Sri M.S. Subbulakshmi, and of course today our orchestra and our vocalist will be rendering the song in the same soulful fashion. So please welcome Nandita to perform Rangapura Vihara.
காவேரி விரஜாசேயம் வைகுண்டம் ரங்கமந்திரம் ரங்கமந்திரம் பரவாசுதேவம் ரங்கேஷ பிரத்யக்ஷம் பரம் பதம் விமானம் பிரணவாகாரம் வேதஸ்ருங்கம் மகாத்புதம் ஸ்ரீரங்க சாயி பகவன் பிரணமார்த்த பிரகாசः रंग पूरे विहार रंग पूरे विहार श्री रंग पूरे विहार श्रीरंगपुर विहार जय कोदंड रामावतार रघुवीर श्रीरंगपुर विहार जय रघुवीर श्रीरंगपुर विहार जय कोदंड रामावतार रघुवीर श्रीरंगपुर विहार जय रामावतार रघुवीर श्री Avadara Raghuvira Shri Ranga Puravihara Pankajapta Kula Jalanidhi Soma Pankajapta Kula Jalanidhi Soma Vara Pankajamukha Pata Virama Pada Pankajajita Kama Raghu Rama Pada Pankajajita Kama Raghu Rama Vamanga Kada Sita Varavesha Sesha Gasayaga Rakta Santosha Yena Garavi Nayana Mrududara Vasha Akadanga Darpana Kapola Visesha Muni Sankata Harana Govinda Venkataramana Mukunda Sankata Harana Govinda Venkataramana Mukunda Sankarshana Mulakanta Sankara Guru Guhananda Ranga Puravihara Muni Sankata Harana Govinda Venkataramana Mukunda Sankarshana Mulakanta Sankara Guru Guhananda Ranga Puravihara Sri Ranga Puravihara Jaya Varanda Ramavadara Raghuvira Sri Ranga Puravihara Ranga Puravihara Vihara Ranga 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 Ranga
A big round of applause again for Nandita on her individual performance. So now it's Samyukta's turn, and she will be performing the Ashtapadi, Yahi Madhava, which is a very famous Bharata Kalanjali piece, which I used to love. So very excited to see her perform this. An Ashtapadi refers to the Sanskrit hymns of the Gita Govinda, a sacred Hindu text that usually narrates the love between Krishna and the Gopikas. So this particular piece demonstrates or talks about Radha spending the night with a heavy heart because she was hit by Cupid's arrows and was full of love for Krishna, but he was not there. Next morning, Krishna comes to console her with pleasing words, but just like any woman would do, as Krishna repeatedly apologizes to her, she's petulant that he had kept her waiting. The piece showcases the bhava or expression of a Kandita Nayika, which is an estranged lover. So enjoy this piece as Samyukta presents as the estranged Nayika. The composer of this piece is Jayadeva. This is presented in Ragam Mohanam Talam Adi.
Adakatamapi yamini viniya smarasada jarjaritapi saprapate anunaya vachanam Vadantam agre Pranatamapi priyamaga sapyasuyam Yahi Yahi Kaitava Vadam Tamanusara Sarasirugalo ತಾಮನುಸರ ಸರಸಿರುಗಳೋಚನ ಯಾದವ ಹರತಿ ವಿಷಾದಂ ಯಾಹಿ ಮಾಧವ ಯಾಹಿ ಕೇಶವ ಮಾವಧ ಕೈತವ ವಾದಂ ಯಾಹಿ बहिरिव मलिनतरं तव कृष्ण मनोऽपि भविष्यति नूनं बहिरिव मलिनतरं तव कृष्ण मनोऽपि भविष्यति नूनं कथमतव जयसे जनमनुगतम् असमसरज्वरतो नौ कथमतव जयसे जनमनुगतम् असमसरज्वरतो नौ याहि माधव याहि केशव मावध कैतव वादं याहि माधव याहि केशव मावध कैतव पादं कामनुसर सरसिरुगलोचन यादव हरति विषादं तामनुसर सरसिरुगलोचन यादव हरति विषादं याहि माधव याहि केशव मावध कैतव पादं याहि प्रमति भवान् अपल कपलाय वनेषु किमत्र विचित्रम् प्रमति भवान् अपल कपलाय वनेषु किमत्र विचित्रम् प्रदयति पूदनिकैव वधूवद निर्दय बालचरित्रं प्रदयति पूधनिकैव वधूवद निर्दय बालचरित्रं याहि माधव याहि केशव मावध कैतव पादं याहि माधव याहि केशव मावध कैतव पादं तामनुसर सरसिरुगलोचन यादव हरति विषादं तामनुसर सरसिरुगलोचन यादव हरति विषादं याहि माधव याहि केशव मावध कैतव पादं याहि
Wow. Who knew Samu had that much anger?
Another round of applause for Samyukta. I think she's certainly a no-nonsense person, and that was quite evident here. So the next piece is a very interesting piece. I have not seen it performed a whole lot, but it is called Bhasmasura. And it is important to understand the story of Bhasmasura so that you can follow along this dance piece. So Vikrasura was an ardent devotee of Lord Shiva, and he was granted the power that anyone, if he touched his hand, if he touched anybody's head with his hand, they would burn up and immediately turn into ashes, which is Bhasma. From there on, he was called Bhasmasura. Bhasmasura, in order to test his own power, who did he choose first but Lord Shiva? So Lord Shiva immediately ran to Lord Vishnu seeking help so that he doesn't get burnt. And Lord Vishnu, in the form of a beautiful woman, Mohini, appears in front of Bhasmasura, and he immediately falls in love with her. Mohini starts dancing, and Bhasmasura starts following along to keep up with her. And Mohini, again, just like many women would do, tricks him into placing his own hand on his own head. And Bhasmasura immediately gets destroyed. So you will see Samyukta and Nandita enacting these different characters, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Vikrasura, who then turns into Bhasmasura, and Mohini. This dance, of course, requires them to interchange these different characters, as I said, and it is set to Ragam Ragamalika, Talam Adi. Please enjoy this dance drama by Nandita and Samyukta.
Ladies and gentlemen, use your imagination. We have no costume changes. We're trying to run through this, so think.
Pama pani pama pasa tadim tataka janu tadim kitatum nirizadani tikin Namah Shivaya Sambhaya Sakanaya Sasunave Namah Shivaya Sambhaya Sakanaya Sasunave Sanandine Gangaya Savristaya Namo Namaha Sanandine Gangaya Savristaya Namo Namaha Sanida Trisada Padani Sari Sani Re Sani Padani Pama Pa Sari Ma Pani Sani Re Sani Padani Pama Pa Sari Ma Pani Sari Mani Mani Sari Sada Re Pama Pani Sari Sari Mati Sani Da Sari Sani Da Padani Sari Sada Pama Pa Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya
Tam Deem Jam Nam Tattittarigida Tattitalanku Dittarigida Tattitalanku Tattatarigida Tattitalanku Dittarigida Tattitalanku ತತ್ತಳಂಕು ತತ್ತರಿಗಿಡತಗ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಳ ತಿತ್ತರಿಗಿಡತಗ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಳಂಕು ತತ್ತರಿಗಿಡತಗ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಳಂಕು ತೋಂ ತಿತ್ತರಿಗಿಡತಗ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಳಂಕು ತೋಂ ತತ್ತರಿಗಿಡತಗ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಳಂಕು ತೋಂ. Tatastu
ಮಗರಿ ನಿರಿಗ ಗಮದ ಮದ ನಿದ ನಿಗರಿಸ ನಿರಿ ನಿದ ಮಗರಿ ನಿರಿಗ ಗಮದ ಮದ ನಿದ ನಿಗರಿ ನಿರಿ ಗಮ ಮಗರಿ ನಿರಿ ಗರಿ ನಿದ ಮದ ಗಮದ ನಿ ಮದ ಗರಿ ನಿದ ಮದ ಗಮದ ನಿ ಮದ ನಿರಿ ಗರಿ ನಿದ ಮದ ಗಮದ ನಿ ಮದ ನಿರಿ
Nanangu taka diku taka ta dingina tom dim 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 dinaku tom dinaku kinaku tom taka ta dingina tom
dim dinaku tom dinaku tom taka ta dingina tom
ta dim kida taka tom takita taka ta dim kida taka dei takita taka
ta dim kida taka tom takita taka ta dim kida taka dei takita taka
ta dim kida taka ta dim kida taka ta dim
kida taka dim kida taka
ta dim taka dim taka dim
tadim takadim takadim takadim
tadim takadim tadim tadim takadim tadim takadim tadim takadim tadim takadim tadim takadim tadim tadim takadim tadim takadim tadim takadim tadim takadim tadim takadim tattarigira tam tattarigira te tattarigira taka tattarigira taka tam tattarigira taka te tattarigira taka tam tam tattarigira taka te tattarigira taka tam
Another round of applause to all of the performers. I would like to acknowledge the accompanying artists, Nandini Ranganathan, Ananya Sasta, Sriyan Desiraju, and Ananya Rajesh. All students of Srimati Jayanti Session. We would now like to acknowledge the beautiful, wonderful musicians who had elevated this dance performance by providing live musical accompaniment. And so we are going to enjoy a short musical interlude. And I'm told that they have a surprise for you, considering it's July 4th and Independence Day.
This is the Western note composed by the great composer Harikesanallur Muthya Bhagavathar and popularized by Madurai Mani Iyer. This is called the notes. It's in Ragam Shankarabharanam. This is specially presented for independence of Americas.
We are fortunate to have witnessed a dance Arangetram and a mini Carnatic concert, so another round of applause. So we will resume the program with the final piece of the evening, which is the Tillana. This is rendered in the Ragam Kamas. The Tillana, as I first described, is a fast-paced dance filled with energy to conclude the Arangetram. This piece is dedicated to Lord Muruga, son of Lord Shiva, and it combines complex and graceful steps in combinations called adavas or jatis. It finally ends with beautiful poses and a small abhinaya. The dancers exhibit their ultimate expertise in footwork on Nrita in this fast-paced number that will leave you enthralled. This piece is again composed by the late Sri Lalguri Jayaraman and is in Ragam Kamas Talam Adi. This will be followed by the concluding piece Mangalam. Mangalam is the final piece where the dancer offers gratitude and seeks blessings from the god, her guru, the musicians, and the audience. Samyukta and Nandita will conclude their Arangetram with the Tillana followed by the Mangalam.
Tanana tiranadim tadirana Tanana tiranadim tadirana Dirana dirana Tanana tiranadim tadirana Dirana 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 tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana dirana tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana dirana tanana dirana dim tadirana tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana dirana tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana dirana tattajam tajjanodim tattagadim tadirana tattajam tattajodim tattagadim tadirana tanana dirana tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana 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 dirana tattajam tajjanuti tattagati tadirana tattajam tajjanuti tattagati tadirana tanana dirana tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana 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 dirana tattajam tajjanoti tattagadim tadirana tattajam tajjanoti tattagati tadirana tanana dirana dim tadirana tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana dirana tanana dirana 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 tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana dirana tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana dirana tanana dirana dim tadirana dirana dirana tattajam tajjanoti tattagati tadirana tattajam tajjanoti tattagati tadirana tanana dirana dim tadirana tanum tadirana tajam jam 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 tadirana takatajam tajam takatajam tajam ತಜಂ ತನಡ ತಿರನ ತಧಿರನ ತಿರನ ತಿರನ ತತಜಂ ತಜನೋತಿ ತತಗದೆ ತದಿರನ ತತಜಂ ತಜನೋತಿ ತತಗದೆ ತದಿರನ ತನನ ತಿರನ ತಿರನ திருமருகமா மயிலில் வரவுமா குமார தாமதமா திருமருகமா மயிலில் வரவுமா குமார தாமதமா திருமருகமா மயிலில் வரவுமா குமார தாமதமா தகுமா மாமது மயிலில் வரவுமா குமார தாமதமா தகுமா மாதவர் பணியுமால் மருக மாதவர் பணியுமால் மருக கோடி மாறனும் நின் சமானமாகுமா மாதவர் பணியுமால் மருக கோடி மாறனும் நின் சமானமாகுமா திருமருக குமாரத மதமா தகுமா திருமருகமா மயிலில் வரவுமா குமாரத மதமா தகுமா மாதவர் பணியுமால் மருக கோடி மாறனும் நின் சமானமாகுமா தாம் தாம் தக தகிட சாநிதம தோம் தோம் సమగమ పసనిదమ తాం తాం తక తకిట సానిదమ తోం తోం తకుజం తకిట తజం తక తకిట జం సమగమ నిద పదని స తకుజం తకిట తజం తక తకిట జం సమగమ నిద పదని స జీత జను తదు జను జను సమ జను జను తది జను తకిట తాం తాం తకిట జను పదని తాం తాం సగమ పసద బమగ తోం తో తనన దిరన 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 తత్తజం తజనుతి తతగది తదిరన తతజం తజనుతి తతగది తదిరన తనన దిరన దిం తదిరన దిరన దిరన తనన దిరన దిం తదిరన పవమాన సుదుడు పటు పదర విందములకు నీ నామ రూపములకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం ప్రహ్లాద నారద భక్తులు పొగడు సుండ నీ నామ రూపములకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం నీ నామ రూపములకు నిత్య జయ మంగళం जयमङ्गलं शुभमङ्गलं सर्वमङ्गलं मङ्गलं
Please join me in congratulating Samyukta and Nandita on this incredible achievement. And of course, none of this would have happened without the support and constant encouragement of her parents, and of course, the multiple trips of her parents, Srimati and Sendil. And of course, as I said earlier, this concert or this Arangetram was achieved a different level because of the live orchestra. So first I would like to acknowledge Vidwan Dr. B. Uma Shankar, who was our, the vocalist in today's concert. He's an internationally renowned singer and composer, and who trained under Needamangalam, late V. Subramaniam, and the famous Bombay Sisters. In addition to musical concerts in multiple countries, he has performed with Adiyar Lakshmanan as well as Chitra Vishweshwaran, famous dancers, and of course now Samyukta and Nandita. Sri Jayashankar Menon provided our Mridangam accompaniment, which was the key piece in several of the items that were performed describing Lord Shiva, and of course provided the beat for the Nrita. Sri Jayashankar is an expert in several percussive instruments and has also performed with several stalwarts in the field, including the Dhananjayans and Pandit Ravi Shankar. Dr. Vinod Kumar played the flute, which was the music originating from this instrument was heard in several of the pieces describing the stories of Lord Krishna. He's also an accomplished Nadaswaram player and has received numerous awards and recognition, and accompanied several dance artists and played in the Natyanjali performances that occur in Chidambaram every year. The violin was the centerpiece of several of the songs that you heard today, and of course, Sri Satish Kumar had some interesting interludes in between as well. Again, he's an expert who has performed across the globe, started playing violin at the age of 6 under the tutelage of his father, and trained under the famous Sri M.S. Gopalakrishnan. And of course, none of this would have happened if not for their guru, Srimati Jayanti Seshan. She has trained under several artists from Kalakshetra as well as from Bharata Kalanjali under the Dhananjayans. Samyukta and Nandita are graduates of her Apsara dance company, which was started in 1991. And the parampara of traditional Bharatanatyam, which she has imparted to several students, the school has performed close to 35 Arangetrams so far, and there are hundreds of students from the school. So I was thrilled to be part of the ceremony, and of course her students are a testament to her continued mentorship. So Srimati Jayanti Seshi.
Thank you very much. I want to thank from the bottom of my heart for every one of you for spending the time with us in enjoying this journey all through, and also in celebrating this journey that Samyukta and Nandita had taken for the last 11 to 12 years. And I'm going to ask Srimati to thank, because I don't think I can complete the list, neither can she, but I can blame her if anyone is left out. So she'll take the onus and thank people. Thank you.
Good evening, friends and family. This journey of our family began about 11 years ago when we were looking for a teacher for dance, and we happened to stop by to see Jayanti, and we just fell in love with her. And since then, it's been a fantastic journey. Like I always tell my children, it's not about the end result of what it is, but the process which gets us to it. And we have thoroughly enjoyed our 1.5-hour drives to Wilton every week and every day for the last couple of months. First of all, I want to thank a few people who are very close to my heart, and I wouldn't be here if not for them. And that includes my very dear dad, who is very lovingly called as Kam Tata for the girls. We were supposed to be doing this 2 years ago, but he had the chance to actually witness the Varnam, which we put up in one of the pictures, during the first video. Both sets of our parents have been immense support to us. Shiva's parents, who are here to grace the occasion, and my mom. And my parents, as all of you know, have spent their last 20 years with us. Without them, this is impossible. So I would like to give a grand applause to my dad and to my mom.
You know, Shiva and I, as people know, we are opposites. But something attracted us. And I have to thank him for giving me full support and not micromanaging, because generally women don't like if you're micromanaged. And not one thing, including the decorations and everything, I had full support. Thank you for that, Sendu. So, since we have very good dinner coming up, so I'm going to take a moment quickly to acknowledge a few people. And I thank each and every one of you for being very patient. Next comes my sister, Malti and Gopal, because she is the cause for the colors you saw on stage. Not one store in Chennai was left without being ransacked. And Gopal for his patience, for treating us at the end of this long shopping session. Gayatri and Sudhir, they are the master of checklists. Every checklist was being sent to me, done, done, done. So, and for the meticulous decorations, for a doctor to do, it's a little impossible, but he did it. Thank you. Veda for the wonderful brochures. I'm sure I took her off of her research several times, but thank you. And Karthik and Ramya for being here, always being there for us. And Ramya, I am so thankful for the wonderful haldi for the girls, and Karthik for the back and forth trips that you've made, and for just being there with your smile. Now, nothing gets complete without what I call as my friends at heart, who are my family. And Bhuvana, a shout out to you for your immense patience, for being every week with me. And I will be there next week for you. Sushmita, for being the obsessive compulsive person, for the meticulous decorations you saw at the front, every bit of it, with her kids, Spriha and Shriya. Backstage, Madhvi, who actually asked me to sit down and watch, and I thank you for that, Madhvi. Nila for helping the orchestra in the back, Egu for all the food that you provided us, Anandi, Sujata, and all the other friends and family who have helped us. I have to take this moment to thank my very dear friend, Indu, who I know for the past 30 years. I'm not joking. More than 30 years, guys. I don't want you to calculate my age, but more than 30 years. She went to school with me and, went to medical school with me, and here she is. So, round of applause. Now, there are a lot of friends, who over the years, Jayanti has made part of our family. The Apsara Dance School is a family for us, including her friends, including Sridhar. Where are you, Sridhar? Sridhar, this was not, I have to take this moment because being in Avon and having a teacher in Wilton, he was there doing every breakfast and lunch. Sridhar, I couldn't do this without you. So many friends, Anu, Shirisha, Meera, I may have left a few names, my apologies, but I thank each and every one of you. Sujata, each and every one of you for bringing those very yummy foods that kept the orchestra going, actually, yes. And helping us accomplish this, what seemed like a very hard feat. But nothing of this is possible without my daughters. Yes. They gave me the bliss. They gave me the bliss of enjoying being a mother, and for Shiva being a father. Some proud moments, but I'll tell you, there were some rough moments too. Right? But today I kept myself out of the, makeup room, sat here, so I think that gave them a little bit of less palpitations. She was going to now take on to thank a few more people.
I don't want to stand between you and dinner, but I want to mention a couple of names who made it possible today. We'll start up with makeup artist, Mrs. Renu Kurian, who did a wonderful job. She did this for our photo shoot, and today she's been working hard since 8:30 this morning. Thank you, Renu. I want to thank Matthew for wonderful photo shoot, and we are waiting for the final product of the photographs and the videos that you're taking today. And I also want to thank Brooke of the center. He has been with us for the last 2 years, ever since we thought of this center. He's traveled with us, and he was so happy to have this done today. So thank you, Brooke. I just don't want to mess up the names. I want to thank Paul, Greg, Brian, Heather, Athena, and all the custodial staff who were very good with the lighting and the audio for the event today. Are we done? Can we let them go have the dinner? And before we move on, I think Jayanti wants to say a few words. But the dinner is being served in the cafeteria of the school. It's not at the center. It's across the center. If you walk out of the auditorium and walk along the corridor, it's a red building across from the center, just to let you know. That's where the dinner is being served.
Namaskaram, everybody. I'm going to try to make this very short. It's a 4-page thing, but let's see if I can condense. Well, I hope you feel as mesmerized, as awestruck, as amazed and impressed as I am by Samyukta and Nandita's performance tonight. For me, it was that Charukesi Varnam. It was the Basmasura, which we came up with together, that made it for me, that abhinaya they did, the express. Wasn't that interesting? Or did you find that? Yeah. And we learned this dance through Kalakshetra, but we added all these sancharis on our own, all the stories, and it was their ability, thanks to their religious classes, that they knew all the stories. It just made it so easy to teach them because they knew the stories. It was easy to talk to them about the scene of, why was it so important that Sakuni was there and the dice game? Why was that such an important event? And it was amazing. For me, it was an incredible experience to teach these girls who taught me a lot. And it was just such a mutual learning. I enjoyed my whole journey for many, many years with them, from the time Sam and Nan were very young, from the time they were 5. Everything was always with a, everything was always, wow. And that was like every time, everything and anything, that's how they felt. And it was both of them. And Nan laughs at Sam now, but really she was the same too. It was all the same thing. I have a long speech, but I think instead of saying it all, I just want to say things from the bottom of my heart. And I just want to improvise, which much to my husband's distaste. But I'm sorry, I have to do it because I felt it's such a heartfelt event. I am so impressed. I am so proud of my girls, of these girls. I thank Srimati and Shiva for entrusting me with them. It is a huge commitment and a huge hike. I can, every day, 2 hours, driving back and forth and back and forth. They stuck with me from the time when Sam and Nan were you the only two left in your class? Sam and Nan were the only two left in their class. So they stuck with me, and I'm so grateful to Shiva and Srimati. I will be sending you the adoption papers really soon. And thank you to Fati. I wish we had done it 2 years ago. Unfortunately, we could not, all because of COVID, but unfortunately we could not get it done. But I'm glad that we got it done. Better late than never, right, everybody? Better late. Was this worth the wait for everyone? Yes, it was. Yep. And it was wonderful that they could incorporate all the, they're so close to the ADC members that, you know, they really wanted to incorporate as many kids as possible. They kept, we planned, I mean, Nan and Sam planned having all these little young girls coming in, all our ADC future Arangetram students doing it. Thank you for your time, girls. Thank you to all the ADC members who cooked a meal every single day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack for our wonderful musicians. We want to keep them happy, and we know which way to keep them happy. So they thank you so much. We're very grateful to all of them. Very grateful to Renu for doing such a wonderful job with my girls. They don't need much enhancement, but, you know, she did it. But thank you all once again. I'm not going to go on. Take care.
Hi everyone. Oh, that was loud. I actually did not have time to write anything, so sorry, Sridhar uncle. This is going to be a little improv too. But just a quick thank you again to all family, friends, ADC family, my closest ADC family, Maya, Delosh, Anika, Pinku. They were all backstage with me or doing lights and things. This show wouldn't have been possible without them, so please round of applause for them. I'm not going to take long. I just want to, this mini speech is more just like talking about my journey in dance with Jayanti Akka. Whenever I think about dance, it's not just Bharatanatyam, it's always incorporated with Jayanti Akka. She's been a huge part of this journey, and over 12 years of knowing her and seeing her every week, and now these past 2 years seeing her every day, she has become a maternal figure to me. She yells at me. I'm pretty sure I yell at her too. We fight a lot. No, we do. But I know that she loves me. She always shows it. And I'm going to miss not seeing her in college. She's like my best friend. We talk about everything, bad, good, everything. So that's one of the biggest things about dance itself that I'm going to miss about in college. I'll still have dance, but I might not get to see Jayanti Akka every week. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Jayanti Akka, for being my second mom these past few years. I love you. That's all I can say. I'm going to keep the speech short, so I'm going to stop right there and give it to Nan.
You love me so much, you forgot about the
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming today. It means so much to me that all of you are here to support us. And again, I just want to reiterate and thank a few people. Pinku, Anjali, two Anjalis, Anika, Neeta, Diloshini, Mayaka, and there's so many more people that I probably should thank. All of the ADC students that are here, thank you so much for coming and supporting my sister and I. I thank my family for being here and flying from all over the place to see us today. I want to thank friends and family, Sushmi Auntie for helping us with all the decorations, Nila Auntie, Renu Auntie for doing our amazing makeup, Madhavi Auntie for being just amazing support backstage. I want to thank Yegu Auntie for constantly keeping us fed. And then I want to thank Jayanti Akka, obviously, who is now like my family, my Akka. I mean, I'm gonna miss her so much in college, and I think the reason I love dance so much and I was so willing to do this is because of her. I honestly, like, I found my passion in dance because of her. And, you know, even though I'm going to college in proper teacher fashion, she's already given me some assignments, which I think are for her benefit, but we'll keep that a secret. Then I want to thank my sister for sharing the stage with me, and and for constantly pushing my limits, both in terms of talent and patience. I want to thank my parents for driving me every day, and even though I didn't want to go to class half the time when I was first started, they would push me, and now I drive 2 hours every day just to go see Jayanti Akka. And to make Milo shake. She's a great cook, and she makes delicious food. But I want to thank everyone again for being here today, and everyone who helped put this together. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and enjoy dinner. Thank you.
Oh, Akka, are we doing the award? I'm going to do a very quick thing. I forgot the most important thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need an assistant here.
I'll be your
Who? Okay, hold on this. Hold on to this. Let me see, who's this? And, oh, Sam. Who's the twin A? Sam. Sam's twin A? Okay, so we'll do twin A first. Okay. Ready? And come.
Samyukta. Hold on, I have to quick. I'll take care of this. You do.